With Gamescom now firmly in our rear view, there was some new information released about Fallout 76 and Starfield. Starting with Starfield, we recently got a new update that released a vehicle. Yes, you heard me right. We got a new vehicle in the game that we can use to drive around on planets. Finally, no more running simulator. This is a welcome addition to the game, and one that was very much needed. Not only can we drive it, but it has the same customization as our starships. In fact, where we get this new vehicle from is the ship services technician found in the game. When we land on a planet after purchasing it, we will find it outside the landing bay where we exit the ship from. If you have not gotten your vehicle yet, now is the time to do so because it really is a game changer. They also showed the trailer for the next update, Shattered Space.
We have received a distress call of unknown origin. There is no record of a star station in this orbit. Something is not right.
Never get back home. Trapped. All for nothing. The Citadel. This is the Serpent's Well.
Hold very still and choose your words carefully. They will determine how long you live. You trespass in the home of House Maroon. Your fate will be decided by the Great Serpent.
Can you feel its embrace encircling your heart? Constricting until there is no more you. Only us.
This update looks good, and I hope it is something that will get me back into the game. Fortunately, we do not have to wait much longer for it as Shattered Space releases on September 30th. Now let's talk about Fallout 76. Creative director John Rush sat down with the Xbox team to talk about the next update, Milepost 0, set to release this Tuesday, September 3rd. The first question asked how the community affects the development within Fallout 76.
Sure, yeah, that's a great question. I've said it before, Bethesda Game Studios has the best community in gaming. They're so great at giving feedback, saying what's not working, saying what they'd like to see. So the team always makes sure to stay on top of all that feedback, whether it's on Reddit or Discord or whatnot. And what we do is we kind of boil it down to large strokes, bigger trends, right? And what features can we make to satisfy these things that players want, and how do they fit across a timeline while satisfying our builders and our adventurers alike?
So nothing groundbreaking in that answer, but it is clear that they do listen since the updates as of late have brought more of what the community has been asking for. The next question asked how they take said feedback and implement it into the game.
Well, I'd like to outline some sort of really cryptic process, but it's really just me on my phone going down the post and remembering, oh yeah, somebody said that. But it's more than just reading the feedback. It's also being able to look at that feedback through the lens of a player. So we all play the game on the team. I, speaking for myself, have multiple high-level characters I've gone through the game with to try different things. Multiple new characters fresh out of the vault to try different things. So looking at that feedback that we get from players through the lens of players ourselves and kind of trusting ourselves to make the right choices for the game.
It's refreshing to hear John being honest in that answer. They don't have some sort of system in place that compiles the feedback. It's the team just remembering that someone said something about a thing. Like I said, I give him points for being honest, but man, come on, you get a lot of feedback. And there is a lot of actually good feedback that needs to be compiled into some sort of organized system in order to address it properly. The next question asked what the first new map expansion to the game means to them.
Absolutely. So I've been referring to it as a map mutation.
Nice.
Kind of keeping it within the vein of Fallout. But what I've come to learn over the years is that players really love to play on the Appalachia map. Appalachia in our game is really kind of the main character, and we were introduced to Appalachia when the game first came out, and it's really changed since then, and all the updates that we've had. So, knowing the players really like to stay in Appalachia and experience that, we wanted to give them opportunities to continue telling their own stories. So using Skyline Valley as a reference, they have more places to build, more places to adventure, and also using Skyline Valley for a way to further the story of Appalachia itself, telling our own stories for the players to experience. So the idea for Skyline Valley came from Vault 63. It was really mysterious what was going on there. So we were thinking, what should this new region look like? Well, it's about Vault 63, and that's dark and mysterious. So let's make this region dark and mysterious. And so that's kind of where the tone of the new space came from and the thought behind it.
Again, nothing groundbreaking, but I am glad the map expansion was good, and I hope that means that they will continue to expand the map in future updates. The next question asked what new game features were added with the Skyline Valley update.
Game features added with Skyline. Well, there's a new horrible creature walking around called the Thrasher, which is just awful.
Yeah.
this big turkey abomination, which is a lot of fun to see. We've also got a new boss in there that's triggered by nukes, the trifecta terror, the trio Storm Goliaths, which are really fun to fight. And they play off one another, which is kind of a new mechanic. You kill one, the other two get stronger. You kill one of them, and the last one gets really strong. So that's fun.
Okay, so the new enemies are kind of fun and difficult at times. The new boss event is a welcome addition too, and it is fun to play. It is a bit overwhelming at times in the sense of the utter chaos that transpires during the event. The next few questions were about the Fallout TV show and just didn't add anything in terms of information about 76, so I am skipping those questions. The next question asked about the upcoming Milepost Zero and what we can expect from it.
Milepost Zero is a really exciting update. Of course, we've got the caravans that we've been talking about that I was watching players play just back there, which was a lot of fun. Caravans is awesome. We've also got a new legendary crafting system, which gives players a lot more agency into making specific gear they want for their builds, gives them a bit more control. And we've got best builds, which is a great step forward for our builders and being able to connect them so they can share their builds in game much easier and show appreciation to one another. If you run across a best build camp that you like, you give it a thumbs up, and upvoted camps with most thumbs up get featured on multiple servers across Appalachia, so it's really cool.
The caravan event sounds like it will be fun and challenging. I also like the update to the camp system where we will get to see some of the best camp builds and even get to leave a like if we think it is really that good. This is big for the camp building community, and that part of the community is huge. The next question asked how the fans have been reacting to the new update that is currently on the public test server.
It's great. I think overall they're really excited. Again, it goes back to giving our players the tools and the agency to make their own stories in the game. So what better stories are you going to come up with than running the perilous route of Skyline Drive while being assaulted by giant Thrasher turkeys and raiders, doing caravans with your friends. It's just super cool.
Obviously not really anything of substance there, so moving on to the last question, which asked if there was anything else that John wanted to share about 76.
Maybe there is. You know, we've talked about Milepost Zero quite a bit. Yes. Milepost Zero is awesome. We know that's coming out pretty soon, September 3rd. We've got Ghouls coming out early next year. What's in between? We've got an exciting update coming out this December. This December, players get to experience the Gleaming Depths.
Heck yeah.
Raids the Gleaming Depths. This is an in-game experience for our most hardcore adventurers, full of nasty bosses that are tough to take down, big challenges, teamwork. It's great. And once players get to the end of it, if they live to tell the tale, they get a chance at getting 4-star legendary weapons, power armor, and gear.
So yes, we are getting the Milepost Zero update in just a few days, which will also give us the next season as well. Not only that, we have playable ghouls coming next year. Most importantly, the next big update coming to Fallout 76 is the return of raids. That update will be titled The Gleaming Depths, and it is going to be a new take on the raid system that was originally released in 76 years ago. Hopefully, this is not the end of features that will be returning to 76. I would love to see more things that have been cut from the game make a return. I guess only time will tell. Following this interview, Bethesda released a short video talking about the Milepost Zero update.
Howdy cowpokes, I'm John Rush, Creative Director for Fallout 76. Fancy meeting you out here in these parts. Well, while I've got you here, let me tell you about Milepost Zero, the next update coming to Fallout 76 this September. For Milepost Zero, we wanted to underline the emergent interactions between players that are special and unique to Fallout 76. Caravans have come to Skyline Valley. What better way to fortify bonds with your fellow Wastelanders than running routes along the perilous Skyline Drive? Players will find a new quest which leads them to Milepost Zero, an abandoned headquarters for the Blue Ridge Caravan Company.
Let's get you on the road. I've marked your map. Brahman's already made a start, so best get a move on.
Cough up some caps to cover the upfront costs and you'll be guided to the departure point on the map. Stick to the route, keep your Brahman safe from local critters, raiders, and other surprises. Passers-by can also join in and help you on the road, although you'll earn the most rewards for starting the caravan yourself. Consider setting up a camp around one of the new caravan routes to encourage travelers to visit your vendor, or set up defense posts to help your fellow adventurers. We can't wait to see what new camps pop up along this route. The greater the risk, the greater the reward. Caravan running is a tough racket, so what's in it for you if you succeed? Completing missions for the Blue Ridge Caravan Company will unlock a caravan outpost of your very own. Besides wasteland infamy, continued success affords you the means to expand your outpost, upgrade the decor, and even populate the space with specialty vendors from far away. Train your Brahmin to increase their hardiness out on the trail, and brand them from a list of available first and last names. Say hello to Mr. Moo back here. We can't wait to hear the heroic tales of our caravan adventurers. Whew, that sounds like a lot, but of course, that's not all players are going to get with Milepost Zero. Best Builds is our latest expansion of the camp building system. Put together an awesome camp and want the world to see? Making a best build is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1, build it. Make sure to put your best foot forward. The competition is steep. Step 2, upload your camp build and accompanying imagery. Step 3, vote. Upvoted best builds become featured camps across several servers. You know what they say, what comes around goes around. And when you're moseying about and happen upon a best build, make sure to give them that good old-fashioned thumbs up. There's no gesture as tried and true, nothing more reassuring to our Appalachian architects. We know our players love their legendary gear, weapons, armor, power armor, and our new legendary crafting system provides them with clear pathways to success when building them out. Players can now scrap legendary weapons, armor, and power armor at a workbench. Yeehaw! For each legendary item that gets scrapped, the player has a chance to learn the recipes for crafting those legendary mods themselves. After crafting the legendary mod at a Tinker's Workbench, you can apply it to weapon, armor, or power armor. You can even sell or trade these with other players. You can still roll legendary mods onto weapons that don't have a mod in a particular slot, and upgrade an existing legendary item with a lower star count. We couldn't be more thrilled to get legendary crafting into your hands. This exciting feature makes it easier for our adventurers to try alternate playstyles and builds, as well as setting the stage for future content down them country roads. That's all for now, folks. I've got a caravan to lead. Time to giddy up.
So 3 major components to this update. First, we get the caravan event, then we get the best builds for our camp builders out there, and then we get the new update to the legendary crafting system. That crafting system needed to be updated, and I'm excited for that part of the update. What are you excited for in the 76 update? Are you going to get back into Starfield with Shattered Space? Sound off in the comments below. While you're at it, like, subscribe, and share. And as always, I'm just glad you stopped by, and I'll see you in the next one.